Excuse me, sir? What do you think about this sound? What do you think about this information?
I'm reading. Let me figure out what's
You're reading?
Yeah.
Right? Right? This is our history, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever hear about the Arab trans-Saharan slave trade?
Yeah.
You have, right? Do you know that in Saudi Arabia today there are still slaves?
Bring it up.
Not pretty much slaves.
Not very much slaves.
No.
So it's good to have a little slavery.
No.
Give me Revelation 13. Give me Revelation 13, because let's see what the Lord has to say about slavery. Right? Let's see, because you know what? Is slavery good in any sense of the word? If I made you a slave right now, are you going to be happy? Say again, the slavery is what? Slavery is not good. We can agree on that, right?
Yeah.
Right?
And all the religions, 21 religions, or religious people.
Right. But hold on. Let's see what the Bible has to say about slavery. Right?
Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
That's right.
Right, so guess what? Those people doing slavery today in the land, when Christ comes back, guess where they're going? Into captivity.
Right.
Into slavery.
Right.
Because they want to lead into slavery. Right? Are those your people? Those are not your people? It's people? Where are you from?
I'm from Europe.
You're from Yemen? Right? Do you know that you guys are all brothers? You guys are all from the tribe of Ishmael. You guys come from the line of Ishmael.
We believe by the equality.
You believe equality?
Equality for all the people.
All right, so y'all believe in equality. Would you say that's what's happening?
Happen for what?
Would you say equality is happening in that region?
We have that in my country.
In Yemen?
Yeah, we don't have that slavery.
So
Zero slavery in my country. No slavery.
is there still war?
Yeah, there's war.
So is that equality?
The war is just war. So,
The war is just war?
Yeah. But
Let's read on. Let's read. Let's see what happens. Because you want to live by the sword. Let's read. Hold on. Let's read. Let's see what the Lord has.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
All right, so you want to have slaves? Guess what? Your ass is going into slavery.
That's right. He that killeth with the sword.
Right. So if you want to make war, right? It's not just war. You want to kill. You want to murder. Guess what's happening?
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
So guess what? When Christ comes back, it's not looking good.
But there is big difference with the war or under the name of the religion, and the war for slavery, and the war just for the.
Are y'all fighting in the name of Yahweh, the Most High God?
No, I'm just fighting about the war.
What is the war about?
The war about the money, about the control.
So it's not good.
Yeah, it is good. Yeah.
Right, so guess what? So he will kill by the sword. Gonna gotta get killed by the sword. When Christ comes back, y'all want to just. Do you think Christ is gonna tell you? You're gonna say, "Oh, we had war for money, this, that, and the third." You think that's it? Does that answer satisfy anything?
Yeah, for me, yes.
For you?
Yes.
Right. Well, guess what? That's in your own mind, and that's why. Right. Let's get to the point.
Right, this is Joel chapter 3. 4. Yea, what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine?
The Bible's talking about Ishmael.
Will he recompense me a recompense? And if we will speedily, I will return the recompense upon the head, because you have taken my silver, my gold, and carried into your temple, and I really think.
I don't do it again.
Because you have taken my silver and gold.
Right, we're considered the silver and gold, right? Because some of our people are also in Yemen, right? There's slavery in that region, right? No one's speaking up on it. It's just fine. But guess what? Because y'all taking the gold and the silver, the Lord's gonna have to repay y'all. Right? Y'all making war and y'all killing y'all in sin, the Lord's gonna repay y'all. Give me that again in Proverbs.
You need to grab my wallet.
Where you going? Oh, you grabbing his wallet. Hold on. Sister, how you doing? You got any questions, any comments?
Absolutely not. I ain't even gonna hold you.
You're not gonna hold me? Let me hold you. Build with me. Talk with me.
I ain't even gonna hold you.
Build with me. Talk with me. The wicked flee when no one flees, when no one chases.
I believe in God faithfully.
You believe in God?
I believe in God faithfully.
You do?
That man is almighty to me. He saved my life.
So can you come here and speak with me?
But I don't gotta understand. I ain't gonna lie.
You believe God, you love God. Give me 1 John 5 and 3. Give me 1 John. Everyone says they love God. That's everyone's favorite thing. I love God. Let's see what the love of God really is. Let's read this. 1 John, book of 1 John 5 and 3. How you doing? I'm all right. Say it again. I'm preaching culture. It's not religion. Right? I'm not preaching a white Jesus that's gonna hug and save everybody and that's gonna have you in heaven with the people who enslaved your ancestors. Right? Hold on. Because do you understand what it is to love God? What it is to serve God? To love yourself? Let's see what that is.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments.
Right? No, you love yourself.
That we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
So this is the love of God, right? So you got to understand, right? Our people, we're not black, right? You look at that pole right there. Are you the color of that pole?
That's right.
Now, is there a country called black? No, right? Is there a country called white? Right? So what are these Crayola terms?
Right.
Colors and shades, right? But last I checked, you brown, I'm brown. So why don't they call us brown? No, but they're gonna call us niggas, all this other thing, right? They've destroyed us, right? You gotta understand you're an Israelite, right? Let's get to the basics, right? Let's get Deuteronomy, right? Give me Deuteronomy, give me 28, start at verse 15. Right? Because guess what? And give me Exodus. Give me Exodus 4 and give me verse 6. Right? Because we gotta understand that our people, we are special unto the Lord, right? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are the children of Israel, God's chosen people.
Right.
Right?
It's the book of Exodus chapter 4 and verse 6. And the Lord said furthermore unto him, put now thy hand into thy bosom.
Right. So this is me showing you, right, that the people in the Bible, they're black. Right? So-called black, right? So this is Moses, right? Moses put his hand, the Lord, just so for context, in case you don't know the story, right? Moses is talking with the Lord, and he's telling him, he said, I need a sign so people can know that you talk with me, right? Israel. So, right, I got to go talk with Israel, right? Because what did Moses do? He freed his people, right, through the Lord. So the Lord said, put your hand into your shirt, right? Put your hand into your bosom.
And he put his hand into his bosom. And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow.
So do you know what color snow is? It's white, right? So Moses put his hand in his shirt, pulled it out, it was white, right? Read on.
Verse 7. And he said, put thine hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again, and plucked it out of his bosom. And behold, it was turned again of his other flesh.
So if it was that color of his other flesh, what color was Moses then? He was brown. He was black. He was us. He was us. Right? So now that we got that understanding, right?
Acts 13 and 1.
Right? We'll get to Acts 13 and 1, right? Let's expand a little more, right? But let's get an understanding, right? Because if we look in this neighborhood, right? Do we see our people prospering, right? Or do I see cracked roads, right? Abandoned buildings with red X's. I see dope fiends all over, right? We destroyed the people, right? If we're the people of God, right? The special people, why are we living like this?
That's right.
Why are we living like this? You got it next? Hold on, we're about to get that right now. Hold on. We're about to edify the brother.
This is the book of Acts chapter 13 and verse 1.
Right up.
Now, there in the church was at Antioch last year, certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Niger.
Right, so they were called Niger. Guess what? Called nigger. Right? Where do you think they get the word from? Ain't nothing new under the sun, man.
Hey!
Nothing new under the sun.
That's
so
right.
let's expound to the point I was saying earlier, right? So we're the people of God, right? So you might be saying to yourself, we the chosen people. Why are we living like this, right? Because guess what? We made what they call in the Bible a covenant, an agreement, right? God said, I'm going to be your people, right? I'm sorry. He said we're going to be his people. He's going to be our God, right? Because he saved us, right? Showed us signs and wonders, right? But so let's say, for example, right, in the NBA or any business, right? If you breach the contract, there's consequences, right?
Hey!
You can get sued, go taken to court, they can do this, they can do that, right? So guess what? What do you think happens if you breach a contract with God?
Woo, bring it out, Noah.
Your life turns to shambles, brother. Short,
Come on.
right? Let's get it. Let's read, right? So we're gonna. So this is the book of Deuteronomy, right? These are the words Moses. Give me Deuteronomy 1:1, right? So read. Start at 15.
This Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the Lord thy God,
So if you don't listen to God,
That's right.
to observe, to do all these commandments and statutes which I commanded these days, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
right? So there's curses on us, right? There's curses on. Give me 45 and 46, right? Because guess what? These curses are also a sign from God to show us that we're his people.
That's right.
The Lord, and it's like, you got to understand, the Lord is dealing only with us, right?
Right.
So this to show you that who Moses is speaking to.
Done. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Nah, he's spoken to everybody.
Unto all Israel. On this side Jordan in the wilderness.
Right? So only Israel was led into the wilderness, right? Only they were saved by the Most High God, right? So guess what? We see these curses on us, right? Let's get a further understanding of what these curses are for.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee and overtake thee, until thou be destroyed, because thou hast not hearkened to the Lord, the voice of the Lord thy God. You want to start at verse 48, get to the point?
Right, let's get to the point. Right? Let's get to the point, right? So let's see what one of these curses are, right? So these curses are on us for a sign, right? Right? And they're going to be on us forever. Right? Because the blessings stay on us forever. Guess what? The curses stay on us forever. Right? Let's read.
Verse 48. Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Right? So the Lord's going to send our enemies against us.
That's right.
And hunger.
Right? So guess what? You want to eat? Right? You hungry? What do you grow your own food? Not yet. Well, guess what? If you did grow your own food, who you got to pay taxes to?
All right, bring it up.
You do got to pay tax. You're going to have it here in America. You don't have to pay it to America. Pay it to the government. Right? If you want to buy the seeds, you want to buy the stuff to grow your food, you're going to have to buy it from somebody.
That's right.
Hey!
Right? You're going to have to buy it from your enemies here in this nation.
That's right.
And the fertilizer.
Thou shalt serve the enemies in hunger and in thirst.
You want water. You want to drink. Right? You thirsty. Do we own any of the water companies? Do you know it's illegal in some states to collect rainwater? The water that falls out the damn sky? You will go to jail if you collect it. Does that sound wicked to you? This sounds wicked to me.
Wicked.
Right? Let's read.
And in nakedness.
Right? So we want clothes, right? Right? Do we own it? Do we own the clothing industry? Any textiles, right? Brothers love showing their underwear all day. Do they own any of the underwear companies they love to show? The belts they wear. Do they own Gucci? Do they own Louis Vuitton? They don't care, right? We don't own, and it's a curse. Let's read.
And nakedness, and one of all things, and he shall put a yoke upon thy neck until you have destroyed thee.
So, brother, we got some signs up, right? So you see right there, that sign right there. You see we got chains on us, right? Those are yokes of iron, right? Can you name another people on this earth that was put into chattel slavery, right? How you doing? You an Israelite, brother. Keep the commandments. Como estás?
That's right.
Good, so Israel, right? So understand this, right? We have been destroyed as a people, right? Right? Read that again.
Verse 48. Therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and thirst, and nakedness, and one of all things
That's right.
until he put a yoke upon thy neck. He hath destroyed thee.
Right, so guess what? Our enemies are going to put that yoke. So let me ask you a question. Who put us into slavery? Who's our enemy? Who's the people that put these yokes of iron on us?
That's right, King.
Caucasian.
Right? Hold on, we're gonna get there, right? But who did it? The so-called Caucasians, you right? Right? And if we look on that chart right there, it said, you see, it wasn't just them. Right? There were multiple slave trades, right?
That's
that
right.
says the Arab Trans-Sahara slave trade, right? Those people, right? We like to imitate. We want to smoke their hookah. We like to go, we like to sit and joke with them.
That's
you
right.
know, there's literally slaves today in Saudi Arabia.
Hey!
They don't like our people. They hate us. They will enslave you. They have done it already, right? Let's get more of these curses, right? Get more of these curses. Give me this right here. 54.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 54.
Bring it out.
So that a man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
So do we not see brothers killing each other, right? 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 There's killings are over, right? You can't trust. It's unfortunate. We the only nation. We one of the only nations on this earth that we can't trust our own people. Right?
Hey!
Our sisters, right? We don't protect our sisters. We horn out our sisters, right? Read on.
He shall be evil towards his brother, and towards his wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children he shall leave.
So guess what? That goes into these single parent households, right? It says he's gonna leave his children, right? The woman, and that he's gonna hate his children. Do we not see that in our neighborhood? Do you understand that the rate of single mother households in our communities are they're at over 70%, right? How is that building a nation? When is that gonna build a nation with our people, right? So let's get more edification, right? Give me Deuteronomy 28:64. Right? Hold on, before we get that, let's get this.
It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
Oh, no. We're lowly people.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
No, we're equal.
Above all people that are on the face of the earth.
So guess what? We're special people. We're above all people on the face of this earth. Read on.
God, the Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people.
Right? So we weren't the most, right? We didn't have a lot, right? We didn't have a lot, right? There wasn't that many of us, but the Lord loved us. Right? The Lord loved us. Now let's drop that. Right? Right? Get this.
It's Joel chapter 2, verse 27. And you shall know I am in the midst of Israel.
No, the Lord is with everybody.
I am in the midst of Israel.
No. White people, he's with white people too.
I am in the midst of Israel. That I am, Lord, your God.
No, everybody.
Your God and none else. And my people should never be ashamed.
Right? So we're not supposed to be ashamed of a damn thing.
Hey!
Right? This is why I'm out here bold as a lion, telling everyone the truth. Right? And guess what? You an Israelite. That means something, right? We gotta understand that means a lot. We gotta understand. And when we read, right, it said they destroyed us. Right? They destroyed us. Right? Our people do not have a culture. We don't have our language. Right? We don't have our customs. Right? We tell people, oh, what's black culture? Hip hop? Our culture is shucking and jiving. Right? Our culture is frying chicken. Right? The Friday movies, that's our culture. That's us. We're not more than that. We were kings on this earth, judges of this earth. We are not Michael Jordan. We are not Mike Tyson. We are judges and kings of this earth.
Hey!
That is what we are, brother. That is what we are, right? But we have these curses on us because we broke our commandment with God. Give me Deuteronomy 28, verse 64.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even to the other.
So guess what? We everywhere, right? Why do you think people get so mad? We be like, oh, well, that person is nuts. That person is nuts, right? You ever wonder why you can go to China? You want to find someone with dark skin, curly hair, big nose? I go to Australia, curly hair, big nose, big lips. I go to Europe. I go anywhere. Because guess what? We were scattered among all nations. Brother, come hear this word. That phone call's not that important.
Hey! And there shall be served other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Do you know what that wood and stone is? Right? That wood is the wood. That's Christianity, right? That's why you were, and you actually, it wasn't a bad question to ask, right? Are we out here pushing religion? Because that's what was pushed onto our people.
That's right.
Right? And in the Atlantic slave trade, right? Right? Even before the Atlantic slave trade, right? Because the Hispanics are our people too. When Christopher Columbus, when he came with what? He came with the cross, whips, and slavery.
That's right.
Right? Either you bowed your knee to white Jesus or
That's
you
right.
died. Right? We got burned alive. Our women were raped. Yo, do you know that they used to, if you were a pregnant woman, they used to cut their stomachs open. Right? They used to play games about how many kids they could kill with a sword.
That's right. Alligator bait. That's
Alligator
right.
bait.
Bring it out, kid.
Right? You gotta understand the murder that happened under Christianity. Right? But then guess what? You know what the stone is? Islam.
Hey!
Right? What do our people do? We bow down to that nasty black cobblestone.
That's right.
Right? The cube. Right? Right? What is the cobblestone? Can you tell me what the cobblestone is? Say again? You wouldn't be able, I wouldn't be able to too. Because guess what? It's just a damn black box. Right? It's an Xbox. Right? But understand, you look in that chart right there, it says the array. You look in that chart. The Arab Trans-Sahara slave trade. That is where we learn Islam. They don't. Did you learn about that in school? That the Arabs enslaved us? No, right? Because guess what? We got an oil deal with the Ishmaelites, right? So guess what? That would disrupt everything. If we knew that these people that are in our neighborhood every day enslaved us as well, do you think Busta Rhymes would have made Arab money?
Right.
Do you think he would have made Arab money?
Right.
You know what Busta Rhymes is? He's Muslim too. So guess what? Our people still have these curses on us, right? But guess what? Let's get the banger, right? Let's get verse 68. We're gonna get to that in a bit.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Right. So do you know what the Israelites were doing in Egypt? Give me Exodus 1.
Yeah,
Give me Exodus 1.
Read the book. Exodus chapter 1.
Yeah, started. Yep, right there.
And verse 8. Now there arose a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph.
Joseph was our forefather, right? He brought us into Egypt, right? I mean, he was cool with the Pharaoh. He was second to Pharaoh, right? The Pharaoh that he knew, right? He was cool with us, right? He was cool with us. He was blessed, right? We was good. Everything was all good in Egypt. But read on.
And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we.
So they were scared money. They said, oh no, the children of Israel, they mighty.
That's right.
They numerous.
That's right.
What do we do? Why do you think there's abortion clinics today? Right? Abortion clinics all through the earth because guess what? Our people multiply and we mighty.
Verse 10. Come on, let us deal wisely with them.
They said let's deal wisely with them, right?
Right.
So they said, guess what? Let's move smart, right? Let's see what we're about to do to these people.
Lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us.
Right? So let's see what they did to us.
And so get them up out of the land. Therefore, they did set over them taskmasters
So he put slave masters over us.
to afflict them with their burdens.
No. When we was in Egypt, right, we built the pyramids with smiles and happiness, and it was all good. We were friends with the Egypt, right? We were wearing Kemet stuff and talking about Ox and Horus.
Khan. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities.
Right? So guess what? That's just like today. Did we not build America with our blood, sweat, and tears?
That's right.
How many of these treasure cities did we build?
That's right.
Right? We probably standing on some of our ancestors right now. Right? So let's go back, right? Deuteronomy 28:16. Start from the top. So you understand that we were in slavery in Egypt, right?
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 16. The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again
So we're going to go back into slavery.
with ships.
Right? So guess what? Were we not transported on ships into other lands?
That's right.
Sold as product? Do you know that stock, everybody talks about stock. You understand that the stock market, we used to be the stock?
Bring it out.
How rich you used to be how many slaves you had? Right? If you had 400 slaves, that was like, dang, that dude poor. Right? Dude who had 10,000 slaves, like, damn, he's up. Right? We were the money. Read on.
By the way have I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Right? So we're not gonna see our homeland no more again. Is this our homeland? No, right?
And there shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Right? So we're gonna be slave men, slave women, and guess what? No man is gonna save us, right? If I look in America, if I look in South America, if I look on any continent where you see our people, right? How did we save ourselves? If I look in the island of Puerto Rico, right? Albizu Pedro Campos, he died. He was assassinated when he tried to do the Puerto Rican independence movement.
That's right.
Puerto Ricans couldn't even wave their own flag on their own island.
That's right.
South America, so many uprisings, slave uprisings, and
That's right.
revolts put down. Why? Right? Haiti, right? They literally freed themselves, right? And they still couldn't even get redeemed, right? Because America came and said, you have to pay reparations to your slave masters and
That's
friends.
right.
Do you know that's how the Eiffel Tower got built?
Bring it
Because
out.
the money they got from Haiti? Right? But our people love to go to Paris. They love to wear that damn Louis Vuitton.
That's right.
Right? What is it doing for you though? It's killing our people. That's a curse that you want to be like the damn other people.
Right.
Our people love to be like everybody else, and that's our problem. Right? We want to be like everybody else, but we just read we are holy, special people unto the Lord God.
That's
Right?
right.
You look at these other nations, right? I look, this famous white woman cutting off, they're getting plastic stuff put in their butt cheeks, right? Botox in their lips.
That's right.
They're massacring themselves
Chins.
to look like us, just for our sisters to grow up with low self-esteem.
That's right.
They want blonde hair. They want all these dumb. They want to look like all the other nations. They don't know things. They are the beautiful. They're the beautiful thing on the earth, right? Read what you got.
This is the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24.
Bring it out.
The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked.
No, the just rule the earth.
The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked.
Right, so the wicked rule this earth. How you doing, brothers? Come listen, come gather with us.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and how, Slakia, and who is he?
Right, so guess what? Do these people, right, do they not cover up our history?
That's right.
Do they not try to hide, right? Because guess what? Can I ask you what color Christ is? Color of us, right? Let's prove all praises, brother. Let's prove all things, though. Give me Revelation 1 and 13, right? Hold that. Give me Daniel 10. Give me Daniel 10. You about to see what Christ looked like, man.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
Right? So this is the revealing of Jesus Christ, right? This is that John the Revelator, right? When he saw Christ, he was told to write what Christ looked like in the book, right? So let's see what Christ looked like.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Right? So Christ had white woolly hairs on his hair and on his face, right? But it said he got woolly hair, right? So his hair was like mine, like yours, like his, right?
That's right.
Right? If I look at all the Hispanic people, the Native American people, our people, do we not all have the same hair texture? Right? Some of our Hispanic brothers, they might say, oh, no, you know, straight hair, right? But it curl, right? Right, exactly.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Right, so the whites of his eyes were red, right? Because Christ drank wine in moderation.
That's right.
But you drink it a lot, right? Your eyes get red, right? But when you think about, his real name is actually Caesar Borgia. When I look at that picture of Christ that I see on every single damn church, right?
That's right.
He has brown hair, right? Right, and he has like olive eyes, right? He got that shaggy dog hair.
That's
Wait,
right.
could you say that on the mic?
Please,
The picture, Caesar Borgia was what?
That's right.
This brother's on fire, right? 'Cause that's exactly what he was. He was the lover of Leonardo da Vinci, right? And he was a filthy rapist. There's no profane fornicator such as Esau.
That's right. And his feet like unto fine brass.
Right, so his feet, right? So if you take your shoes off, you look at the color of your feet, they're the same color as everything else, right?
That's right.
So it said fine brass. What color is brass? It's brown, right?
That's right.
Right, but read on.
As if they burnt in a furnace.
So as if it burned in a furnace. If I burn a white piece of paper, what does it turn? It turned real good. So
That's right.
And say he was like Wesley Snipes, right? Christ was a dark brother.